కస్టమ్స్ డిప్లాయ్ చేయాలని కదా.
So what we have done is yesterday captured already the image. Okay, we kept the Vim file, created an image in the part 2 section, beta 1.1, and the package has been added, and we did a task sequence to deploy 1.1 Windows 7. Here we have added that 1.1 beta image. Okay.
Oh.
Then we deployed to our known computers collection. Okay. So unknown computer collection has 2 advertisements. If you see here, properties of the unknown collections, deployments has 2. So one is beta 1.1 and one is a normal 1.1. Okay. So we did take it beta 1 and did installed. Okay. So after installation yesterday, we left over here and it got deployed. Okay. And if I try to log in, okay, I can log in here to see whether the echo is accepted or not. Okay. So it has load. Okay. Now the machine has been installed, right? So anyway, what we have done is we installed SCCM. Then we figured operating system deployment features in the SCCM, and we captured a reference machine. Okay. And of that reference machine, we got it as from reference machine as Vim file, right? So this Vim file, what we have done is we need to deploy for thousands of machines. So it is easy for us to deploy any machine, right? We have done, but in production we may with a situation like you have already Windows 7, okay, still use to deploy again on the same machine Windows 7. So there should be no refresh. So the question comes here is in production, what about the user data? Okay, so what do with user data? So here it comes, so this, okay, Microsoft provides a free tools called, USMT, user state migration tool, okay, called user state migration, which is, part of ADK. Installing ADK, okay, let me take it to the, okay, this is a server, right? So in this server, if you remember, we did install Windows kits, that is called while we are installing here this ADK, it has also installed we have installed one of the pre-requirements as per my post. Do you remember? We have taken as the USMT also part of the requirement.
Yeah.
Right? And the requirements. Let's start the slide. So we installed ADK. This is the ADK setup. I think the ADK we have here, selected the required things. I mean, and in fact, in this port it is it has a full installation, but we did actually to 5 different options I've chosen. Out of that, SMT is one of the option. Okay, so where it is installing, when you install ADK, it should go to Windows. Okay, see here Windows kits, so it should be here Windows kits. Oh.
Yeah.
Windows, okay, take it 10. Under this, okay, you have tools. You have Yeah, this in the okay, you have USMT, user state migration tool. Okay, this has actually 32-bit package as well as a 64-bit package. 60. So what happens is uh, this is source, okay, and for this source, okay, here it has already created a package by SCCM server automatically. If you go back here, okay, to software packages, okay, there is a state migration tool for 8.1 which was created by SCCM while doing the installation with the package ID 1. So this package is in static, and I mean just change your site code, and that the 001 is the first package which it creates. Okay, is the package. If you look at source, okay, the source of you to have, okay, the user statement folder, okay. So this folder. So what happened? What has it has a key files inside this. For example, if I take it, what's my Windows 7 machine? But my Windows 7 is, so it's 4-bit, right? So Windows 7 is the 64-bit. It's a Windows 7 64-bit. That means I should use AMD version, AMD 60, AMD 64. Let me go back to my SCCM server. So it will be used. Inside this, there is a core files, okay, called XML files, okay. So it uses these files, okay, and it does that migration. So let me oops file, okay. I'm trying to give you an introduction to these files, okay. So simply, so as in date, what we have discussed is, for now we discussed there are two key folders will be there used for USMT. One is 32-bit one and 64-bit one. So in the 64-bit or and as well as in 32-bit, okay. So there are key XML files will be there. If I filter with the XML document, I have MIGApp, MIGDoc, MIGUsers. So what are these three? These are the key files to user data to migrate it. So what it contains? It contains a settings, okay. Example, let me take one example you can easily understand. It's here. This is make what it is doing is Photoshop related. If this thing has Photoshop installed, okay, it will migrate the data, okay, from the profiles. So what does it mean? Say example, today I have Internet Explorer here, right? So me open my Google, which is my favorite site example, okay. I open Google, okay. So I don't have internet here, okay. But for instance, it will open and it says page cannot be found. It's fine, okay. Ask me later, okay. So the page cannot be found, but no, I wanted to add this to my favorites. How would I do that? Add to my favorites, okay, to Google.com, Google, okay. So Google is my one of the favorite sites, so I'm just adding here, okay. So tomorrow if I want to open Google, what I'll do, I'll go to favorites, type Google. So this open the Google.com, right? Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Similarly, I want once again, Google is already trying to open with that favorite. So what happens is actually technically in the background, it has saved the correct change in my account administrator under favorites. If you look at your favorites, okay, here Google looks like shade. Okay, so this is it. So tomorrow, if I migrate from one machine to another machine, I should get that Google.com as my favorite. That means the key important things for the user is these data, right? Tomorrow, if I save some file, okay, let me go to my desktop. I create a file called, one of the files called, I have one document and this content. Okay, this contains my notes, an example, and I save this file, okay? And this file is on my desktop today. For example, if I have multiple files like this, okay, I'm just trying to copy the file, and I'm also trying to share it in my uh, in documents. For example, how would I open? A user, he open stats. Okay. So in this, he may save the file. So maybe, some kind of music file. So it has music files. He may saving a keyboard file. So he may have different music file, uh, or some pictures. Okay, definitely. Because I'm trying to simulate. I'm trying to simulate uh, the real user data. Okay, so the user will have some photos, some videos. I don't have videos, so I'm just trying to take the sample videos. Okay. So what happened is, uh, uh, he's an admin user. Okay, or we can create another user. For instance, let's create another user uh, and also simulate the same thing. So let me go back to my Active Directory. I have a user account called Rama. Okay, so let me block Rama. Okay, so what happened is there are two user accounts. One is administrator, another one is run this machine, right? Uh, let's see, recall my super secret password. Yeah. So this time, so it is trying to load the user account. Okay, this is a flat user account, which is, if you can see, to my AMA. Okay. Uh, so what happened is there's a direct account. Okay, and as I'm even an admin. Okay, so this computer. So the normal user account, but I can create and I can save my files on my desktop. Okay. Now one example, and this has some files. Okay, so I'm going to copy this on my desktop with multiple copies. I'm really going to save on my document. Okay, so I have approximately 46 plus files, 42 files. See, uh, similarly, some music files just copy. Okay, uh, copy keyboard files. In fact, I don't know why. So pictures, yes, uh, here, and also painting. My painting to like simulate. Okay, fill some color with color and something. Okay, test. Okay, okay, and the bowl. There's a file also created and I set in my screen. File. Okay, and also I said I don't know what I've saved. Remember? Wait, not the stuff. Okay. So what what I'm going to do is I'm going to setting as my wallpaper. Okay. So here, this is a file. Also, I change my screen. So I'm a user. Okay, I'm a typical user. I have all these files and my column. I don't see column. I have okay. Okay, let's create. I don't know. I have some files here. Okay, these my critical data. Okay, save here. Okay. So I have files here. Okay, I have Office, MS Office files. It will come. If I have Outlook, I'll definitely store something, right? So on it, I'm a user. I got frustrated that I don't want to use the same machine because of for some reason. So my intention is I wanted to format this. What happens if I format, by the way? I lose, right?
Yes.
Yes, no. I should lose. So what happens? I lose my screen saver and the files also. If it is a window word, okay. For example, let me win word. I don't have word actually. I did not bought word. So also I don't have Office. So if it has Microsoft Office, type your name as rather example. Okay, example. Okay. So the mod is not the standard name. Okay, so it give you dictionary error. Yes, no. How many if no?
Hello.
Uh, you so when I hear something, okay, as for example, if you type as India, okay, it gives the exact name. That's fine. Okay, if you type it as first wrong, it will to cap, right? If you type your name as Kumar, okay, once you get here red mark, right? I don't have a office, I explain, but you get it here as a red line. Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay? So that is because this word is not added to your dictionary. So what you will do? Really can explain that to dictionary, right? Simply using Outlook, okay, Microsoft Outlook, okay, the current sentence, okay, would be cached. Yes. No?
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So that information the user shouldn't lose it. That means that's one of the settings for user, right?
Yes.
So in Outlook, if you save it as a personal address book, okay, that personal address book should come okay, part of the migration. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So just 45 copies, save it. So this is the user data, which critical. Okay, so I'm a typical user. I have my desktop, my document, my tools, with my documents, music, pictures, videos. Also, I have some folder which I have got IMP. Some I have a right, I actually paste it, but I don't have a right actually. If I don't have rights, okay. So I have files, somewhere in my drive also pick up that requirement. Okay, let me.
Okay.
Okay. In a snapshot so that I don't want to go back, okay, or create one again and again. This is just fail. Okay, uh, that's fine. So, so let's go back here. Okay, what I'm trying is if you have installed Photoshop, okay, this way it is going to save some files. Okay, these are the user, related files. Similarly, okay, similarly the registry settings. Okay, and so office related, registry settings. Example, this is talking about options. Okay. Uh, these are the key important files which are required as per the migration. So these files would use to you to migrate data in a smoother way. Okay. The one is a documents related one. Uh, so here very clear that it is trying to migrate everything from my videos. Okay, my library, everything start. Okay, if you don't want everything and you just want dot m4 files only, you can simply figure it as dot m4. Okay,
Yeah.
this is how it would be. But the default settings would automatically automatically calculate everything for the user. So at the first point you can test it as everything. At the point as per your settings requirement, you can customize it by taking some, for example, include, okay, this object, okay, include matcher from here, okay, then another rule, where copy paste, include on your own, if you want it, okay, got it? Okay, so you have to modify based on your customizations, okay, which takes some time, okay. Uh, you can look at lost modified files. It is true. Queue of is fine. System data, all these go, getting, copy. For example, PPT file, okay, and it can be anywhere. I have to give an IMP folder use, but if it is anywhere, it will try to search for a PPT file that is a power file that it gets copy to your uh, back to the original location. Okay, so
Yeah.
now now the user like Rama, everything is fine. And how can I configure what to be done as the server end? So coming to the server side, what we'll do is the first step we have to distribute this to the package. If it's a default package, you have customized case, or you want to copy the files files somewhere USMT. For example, copy and paste somewhere in your source directory, and you create your own and then you want to create your package, you create it. But if you just find the user uh, and default one, then we can distribute into local distribution point, so then can download from your local distribution point. So it process. Okay, for your information, it doesn't have any program. Okay, program is not required. As I said, it has a mechanism. Okay, to and I have explained it partially only. Let me go back here. Uh, Windows creates. And so we look into the only XML file,
This one.
right? But apart from the XML file, there are two okay. One is loadstate.txt, another one is scanstate.txt. Okay. So what is load state? What is scan state? So there's this scan state, you know. Uh, uh, so scan state, okay. State.exe is where has the entire information against to that XML. Okay. I mean these are the files as the rules. Okay. These are the rules. So it treats that as a rule file, and it can undo locations and those files, and it calls that file to a differentiation. Okay, I like to what location. It can be a state migration point location, or it can be the same location. That okay. But at the point of time, I'm trying to explain what scan state. Scan state would uh, runs against to this machine with these rules to find those required files to be captured. Okay. Another one is the load state. Okay. load state is, whatever you scanned, okay, that should be, restored back, right? So once again, it will use the rules of these XML files and it copies back. Okay, that's, load state. Got it?
Yeah.
మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు రోజు నాకు అది లోడ్ స్టేట్.
Very simple, scan state would, scan. For example, you take it, Rama mission example. I want star dot text file. Okay, want to take backup. Okay, so this is star dot text files. Okay, so to take this or all of my backup files, so what I have to do? Add HTML file, so which I have already as part of my, scan state. What it does is space, and then these will pass on. Okay, this has a rules, right? You
Okay.
saw it, right? .pp, all those files or videos, music, it's trying to be right. So these will pass against to that exe file, okay, and it will copy to action. Okay, it takes the copy. It's used to, just to, capture those files. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Similarly, load state also say case, it runs against this and it copies back. Okay,
లోడ్ స్టేట్
and
లోడ్ మళ్ళీ ఆఫ్టర్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ తర్వాత రీస్టోర్ చేస్తున్నా తీసుకెళ్ళి.
yeah. So here, in fact, you can run, manually also scan state. Question mark, you get a lot of things like, log file called scan state.log file, as well as for the load state dot, log file would be there. Okay, so it has no parameters. Okay, basically what happens is this has no parameters. Okay, no load state. But okay, it has a parameters. I'll share. Yeah, I think I'm already sharing. Okay, so this has a half file. Okay, load state that syntax. Okay, so also similar you have for state also. Okay, so syntax is it uses to capture and restore. Got it?
Yeah.
So what we'll be doing is, so I'll explain the core of the thing, okay? But it's a default thing, okay? You know to know everything of this, but still, explain what is background of the things which is acting or changing the thing, okay? So these are all the okay. So these are the options, okay. So every time, as I explained earlier, okay, when a machine, okay, a machine is trying to take this is trying to, we are scanning, okay, the scan data, whatever it is coming, that must be encrypted. So otherwise, maybe this data will not store on your SCCM server. Okay, example, we explain in one of the class that on the SCCM roles. So what are the roles? One of them is state migration point roles. We are going to enable this role on SCCM server or one of the servers. You have a larger space. Why we are talking about larger space? Because actually you have 100 users, they want to migrate. So each user, for example, if they have a 10 GB also a rough data, which is huge, so which is going to be 10 GB of 10 GB of the data. So there should be free space. You should calculate in this space, but after you will not be migrating 100 users at once. If you migrate it also at once, you space there around 10 GB, and there should be a calculation against the migration, and you're doing it. How many days you want to keep this data also if fine, because the system is taking the backup of this user, that is scanned. Once this happened, it was stored here in an encrypted format, right? In an encrypted format. After that, what happens? This formatted and install operating system, install application, okay, and restore back the data. Once you restore the data back successfully, do you still need to maintain a copy of this user data? Yes, no.
No.
So what we do is, we will remove that, but in situations, operating system deployment may fail you. Okay, in that case, that is saved on SCCM server. Okay, so you can later point, install the operating system and restore from here. Okay, so there is time period, maybe 1 week or 5 days or 4 days, which is agreeable time, which agree based on your local service, local people, local engineers, with users, and your company policy. Based on that, you can agree it and set it in days or 4 days, something like that. And if you use it, you must have to come back. Says I mean we definitely a checklist, okay, because we are dealing with a user data. So operating system is deployed. Okay, we will pass the checklist to the users. Okay, have all your data, everything, and sign on. Otherwise, he may complain that lost this file, that file tomorrow. Before we actually do the and take backup data. So we will say that strictly that you can use 100 GB of your that we backup. So just limit it, okay, to 10 GB or whatever the active data size. Then capture will take into account to use data and restore it back. Okay, so we'll explain the, what is what is captured. For example, sometimes few things cannot be captured. So we would explain very clearly. So in this case, what we are going to do is we 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 just use a comma here. Okay, we'll capture this information to enabling. So at the first step is on SC server we will enable SMP role. Using SMP, can any other server? Yeah, normally any of these file servers has huge data. Okay, so if they allow you to store data for some time, okay, you configure the role SMP role and the user data migrated here. Got it? This is type of one kind of migration which we are talking. In the next phase, we talk another with migration. Okay, so we'll enable here SMP role. Then we have to do some additions half sequence to capture, and that so the target step should be how. So the user be already. Like, you can take it in offline. Of course, you can take it now with the USMT 4 and above. Okay. But what we do is actually we log in state. Okay. So this will come advertised to the user. Okay. Got it?
Got it.
So task sequence will appear to the user. Then what he'll do? He'll click on run enough. You can schedule it as mandatory. But in that case, will be available. So that you can choose and his current time. So first I should configure the task sequence as scan it, right? Then what scan is done at stored.mig format. Okay, format in an encrypted format. Okay, that means, example, today on my screen you saw that a lot of text files and videos and music files, all of those. So that all compressed to a single file called MIQ file, which is encrypted format. So it's no copy paste. Okay, all files compressed kind of in a file and which is encrypted. Only we only understand by load state and scan state. Okay.
Okay.
Encryption key with the encryption key. Okay. So this is an encryption key. If you enter the key only, the file will be viewed. Otherwise, nobody can view, including Microsoft. Okay. So that key will be it, right? So what to format, and it will paste. I mean, it will copy back to SMP server, and then it formats, install operating system, and then our applications. Then load state will run. Okay, to load the file will be extracted here, and it ends. Once again, I want to explain the step in an easy way.
Okay.
So step would be user screen, task sequence comes, advertisement. Okay, then scan state would happen as per task sequence. So add these steps. Yes, right? Add. This is pending now. We have added. Okay, for regular task sequence. After that, this added the scan state will slow down. SMP, right? This is SMP server. Format, similar option, format. Then what happens? Install operating system and your applications will get installed, and then data would be stored as part of load state. Okay, that's the end of the task. So okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that would be able SMP role.
Okay.
And calling here, how many days you want to keep you have, which right? You should think if it's 100 users, how many days you want to keep the use data, okay, and how much space you allocate for the SMP role, because SMP is a huge data, dumping. So meaning there, you say that hey, I'm allocating only 100 GB, not more than that. Something you can say always. Okay, let's jump into the demo. Let's go to okay. As a step, I have to refresh this so that it should be green. Yeah, it's green safe. I have to go to the administration and servers and site system role, server role. Okay, click on next. And I'm going to choose.
Fine.
Click. If you here, if you can hear, it says that where I can enable the code. So if you look at my computer, I have more space, 1 TB almost. So this is my D drive. So I can say I can store here as SMP role. Okay. So this is order where I wanted to save all the encrypted files. So I give this a minimum free space. For at least 1 GB. Tomorrow my drive will not die. Okay, my drive out of this.
Yeah, 1 MB in there.
Yeah,
I'll change it. Okay, I'll change it. Okay. So if every okay, at least my application to run it, at least I need 1 TB space over 1 GB. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So I'll enable 1 GB as minimum, leave it, and remaining you can use it. And the maximum clients I can use is only 100.
Okay.
Click how many days I can keep it. After that, how many days I have to delete. For example, I'll keep it as a standard as 7 days. Okay. After that, it can be a delete. Okay. Click next. This is the option, where very rarely we use. Okay, restore only mode. That means it has already the data. Then it just uses for only restore, not for the copy. Okay.
Okay.
So which we don't use it. Okay. Real maximum we use. This is the configuration which we are talking about. Okay. And that this is a self-explanatory step to explain for you. So if there's a client called Ram client wants to capture the data stored on SMP server, which is in Hyderabad, which should not be on Bangalore, right? The server, it should not store because this machine is located in Hyderabad, and it should definitely use within that boundary, right? Otherwise, it will go the WAN and it chalks the bandwidth and it never completes this migration, right?
Yeah.
So that's why this is where you configure the boundaries. Okay, in general, the DP location, we don't configure. Finish. Now, so the VL SMP role, okay, you look for a file called, so, whenever, something is going, site comp, which, there is something changed, okay, state MGR, state migration has, changed. Site comp, SMGR log has been, fully enabled, state migration point initialized. Now let's go to this folder. Surprisingly, there is a random folder to create, right? And here data should come automatically, right? So we shouldn't play with the folders at all, okay? Now let's go to task sequence, okay? Let's create a sequence, okay? I'm going to task sequence. 5-minute task sequence, okay? Create task sequence in existing package, okay? SMT, okay? Deploy Windows 7, okay? So your boot image, that is my derived and my image. So this is my beta image, which has everything, right? So I'm back to the BitLock later point of time. I'll check, okay? So it is not recommended, but I still want you to do that. And I want to join my computer definitely to my view workstation. I'm going to use my account, domain join account. Okay. If I type, wrongly, I can verify and say that I successfully, which is wrong actually. Test connection, success verified. Okay. Next. Now this is the key. Okay. So that we were actually skipped it, right? Skipped.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the steps actually we skipped is we skipped BitLock one, this one, as well as the migration point. Okay. So this package which is already used by Microsoft SCCM automatically. So this is in the configuration has already created package. It's using this package. It is using state migration point. Okay. Settings files on SMP. Okay. And capture everything. Okay. So click on, you just choose this and click on next, later point edit this. Okay. And any other application you can include it. I'm not going to include anything. So now I have USMT enabled. If I one second. Okay. We can use this. So if you look, this is the default sequence which we have created, right? Last one. We did this rather than this. Everything's the same, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So now let me put that. Okay. So here, have this just the enabled one. This has something to do with the capture here, and it is restored between everything is same, right? See, when we set slide, these steps are same.
Yes.
Look at
Some
this.
additional steps
Okay.
are coming here.
Okay, these steps are same.
Yes.
X captured
The file is
and restored. Got it? So the captured one is this. Okay, this is for restored. Got it?
Yeah.
Let's these inside of these steps, okay? And you need all these steps or not, you can generalize it with your own configuration. It takes. let's go back. So capture settings, okay, fine. For Windows, so it is to migrate your computer as it is. You need the if so, then you should take this. Migrate users and organize names. So that indicates it's my future. So in my future, if I give as a company you're registered to, okay, there's a registered, registered, okay. So normally, it comes like, it is registered to which company, right? That is also get, rated, okay, and network settings. That means if this machine has extended IP, the same IP address will get, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And if the machine is uh, already a domain, for if a domain has a member of some other AD groups, so you can migrate it, okay. But normally for the set migration, most people, they don't migrate these, okay. This later on creates a lot of issues. So don't go for these two steps. So I'm disabling this, okay. Uh, these two steps are do not run, okay.
Okay.
Step is request user state. Uh, so that means it is going to capture, and it will try number of tries 3 and 6, okay. And if this fail to run this hand state, okay, okay, and then it will use the NAC account. Use the NAC account, right? I did explain one of this session that uh, okay, and the side component, okay, we must have configured this, okay, we should configure. So this account is going to use, okay. Uh, so we have to take it because in WinP mode, sometimes this is not going to run in WinP, but it's recommended to use the NAC account so that it, for sure it will communicate with your SCCM server. Okay. Other thing is the capturing settings. Okay, capture all user profiles, or you want to customize. So example, only these files should be in a capture, something like that. So in case everything should be captured, and I want a proper logging, so that means verbose log should enable. If the encrypted files, okay, just skip it. Okay, anyway, encrypted files can't be used. Okay,
Okay.
and I'll come to this. Okay, I'll come to these checkboxes later point of time. For now, we'll just leave it. Okay. That so first it will request scan state and capture, and then use that scan state, then install format. All these are the same, okay. Going to delete this, and I'm just going to add this for okay, working one, two, and just anyway it's going to fit. I need this, okay. So so this is register setting means this one. So a registered user and organization name means this one. Actually, for example, you work in TCS. For example, TCS IT. So this is the register name. You should put the company name, for example, username for uh, TCS IT admin example. So this is registered. And the product key, if you have product key, you would, definitely this is a demo session. I never, put my product key here or public, okay? Because we have evolution key, if you look at here, evolution. So everything is fine. And the same way, you should, do it here. Restore, if you don't have proper permission, use the NAT account, the profiles, local profiles if you have, you can capture. And that's, okay. Up. Okay. So now I'm just canceling that. So now I'll just try to open once again the task sequence and show you. Use the T and Y. So disable capture 3 6. Continue cannot capture. Capture only. Uh, link later point of time. WinP mode offline. This is this VSS field used at point of time required to show the demo. I'm just trying to review the things to make it I'll not fail in the first attempt. Okay. By the way, I have to explain when this runs is, if this is not game mode only, this step will run. Okay. That means if you use login and RAM uses this login in this case, okay, this is not in P. So, uh, at this, okay, this run, okay. So I'm going to advertise this. Have reading device selection definitely right, or I should choose one of the collection it has. So I don't know the computer name. In fact, okay, which is ending F9. Right. Okay. God, your device F9 is there. That's fine. So collection for OSD. Okay. Empty collection, then I would allowed to add mad resource all the time. F9. This is mission right? Yeah. Only one. Add it. So reach that in a minute should have one number count. Come very fast. Yeah, I got it. What I'm going to do is I'll go to task software library and choose my task sequence USMT one. I think that is called deploy 2012. So choose my operating system deployment folder as a bit test, and then this is the choose it. Okay, hide all collection members content greater than this is one of the new feature. Okay, with SC22. Okay, in our case was this one SMP test available this time. If you could look at, we're going to advertise for client, SCCM client as well as spec C and media. Media means a DVD based deployment. We have not talked about at this point of time. This is the fourth session if I'm correct, but we will not talk about media. We will talk in the next session or today's session if time allows. Available software installation system restart can be done. Next, okay, now we have done this. So let's go back to the drama computer. Uh, you have if you open control panel, you can pull the policy so that it comes. So instead of pulling from here, I did explain right. You can also pull from your SCCM server. Go here, okay, application, download your policy. That means what a member of this collection will, download computer policy, or if you select a single computer, it will do. Okay, so that's the same thing. Okay, what we have done. So I can also run from here. Okay, so I'll wait for the internet to show. Oh, okay, so that it gets on the system center. Yeah, here if you look at here, the power is coming. Mesh is deadly slow. Yeah, so right. So the software is available. If I open my software center, system little slow again. Let's see what is running. Give me a minute. Let's see to my storage. I have 95 GB still. Yeah, so it is okay. So in software center, it's showing as the type of operating system I'm in. Okay, uh, uh, this available mode. Okay, if you choose, you can choose. I logged as user. Okay, I'm a Rama user who I'm at. Okay, the Rama I don't have right. Okay, for example, change time is proper for me username and password, which has as in credential, but I don't have it. Okay, so this is a typical user. Okay, so can I push further? Select install. Okay, it stands. Can I? I'm right. I'm proceeding. So ignore warning because you are trying to, depleting system with a dangerous kind of symbol. It is it is actually giving you, red color one. If you can click install operating system. So I did. So it's loading. Okay. So it will download to it will do to SMS underscore task sequence folder. Okay. Of course, I don't have the permission. Okay. To this folder. Okay. Inside this, you will have the packages folder. So what happens is USMT folder would, automatically comes here. It's the caption. So it is running the load state, sorry, scan state in the background against those USMT files. Okay. So now it's downloading those capture related files. If you look at here, some of the files will come as scan state related and it's still okay. And those, X files, right?
Yes.
Okay. We got all those. Okay. So it's done. Okay. It's going good. Okay. Hopefully, it'll not get any error. Okay.
Yeah.
Now initialize. That means once it's done, what happens is, on a sequence server, go back to your USMT folder. There's this lengthy, okay, of kind of a folder will, create here under USMT. There's a make folder is create, right? This folder, when it captures, slowly it is increasing, right? Look at here,
Yeah.
slowly it's increasing. That's the main one, okay? And this is actually collect the file with this computer. Okay. So this is between okay. This is increasing. Okay. This is the USB file which I have told. Okay. How it is working is what happened. I talk about the. I did talk about what encryption, right? So if you look at here, research here, device has successful migration. You would see here one of the in the destination with the same MAC ID and the encryption key also you would see. Okay.
Okay.
So trying to capture. You can look into the logs also. We allow to go to logs, right? So go the messages, which is the one which tells all the time you got is enough respect. If you look at the components are your key, filter as it's been there. Okay, just filter with the task sequence engine. Okay, in my previous sessions I did explain this filter with the task sequence component. Now it is requesting. If you look at my PC SMP store, and so the 90 it started ended with 25. So that's what this folder, right? It started with 90 and 25. This way it has comp files, right? So after this, okay. If you look at here, it went to the restart, right? And gave 10 seconds. Oh, it went to the restart, right? Okay. Because it has, we have given only 10 seconds if I'm correct, the task sequence. Okay, go ahead. It has restart button, which is 10 seconds. Okay. If I give more time, I'll show you. Okay. From here, that, just formats and then goes to installation, right? Just steps right? So it's another 20 minutes maximum, or 5 minutes or so to deploy this. Okay, so go back to yeah. Okay, so let's go back to server. So what happened here? It has created this folder. It has created a 606 B almost. That means 5 on the disk. So 5 and all those things, so compression related. So this is a disk size which has. So it's not showing me my text files or my PPT files or whatever the files. What is it is an encrypted file. So by this time, I'm sure some it should destination. Yeah, here the source and destination are same computer name, right? Source bit is the same because on the same machine we are captured and finished on the same machine and the MAC ID to MAC ID same. This is called in place actually. It is in progress now. Okay. Click and see you record the information. This is the key. If I use this key, okay, this lengthy key recovery key. This is not your this key. Okay, this is your folder name. Okay, this is different key altogether, guys. Okay, so if I have this key, okay, I can encrypt this.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
So I use these commands. Okay, these commands, example, let's take it, right? Once the scan is done, okay. So I use here decrypt a file name, okay, make file name and the encryption key I can provide. For example, this load state. So all XML files, the MIG XML and all those the files and the key is my. Then I decrypt to a folder. Then you have to copy paste into the location. So if it's fully automated, what happens is it becomes exactly the same step. An example, if I file and SQL and test folder, okay, the comes to the test folder only. But when you are, in a recovery phase, when you go for recovery and a failed machine, what happens? It extracts your temporary folder and then you can copy paste. Do it into right to the original location also, but sometimes it's the same. So the option would be extract your folder and then you can use it. Okay. So this with URL option that is the ignore the local user account. So okay, till 2007 and 2012 also in the initial phase, but it work. Okay, just the use your file names. So now it went to apply phase. Okay, restarted. Shifting quite fast. Okay, the next step would be the next step. The next would be it's applied. So time preparation should happen. After that, SSM client should again initialize, and then you should restore back your data. Let's go back to task sequence and have a look on it. Go to the software library, operating system deployment, user state, migration. So it has completed this phase and it has restarted and it's initiated. After that, the restore phase will come into the picture. So it may fail or it may success. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, take pause on it, recording, okay, for a minute. Mute maybe instead, in a second. You can look at, now currently it is trying to restore. Okay, but again, it should store the that's your online.
Yeah.
Okay, downloading load state. Um, it's going to run the load state files with the command options. Okay, so what happens is, if hack here to use server, where is that? This is a file. It is getting copied, and the copied, it runs the convert location to, copy original locations with the user profile. So to get our administrator, I should be able to get Google as my favorite. If I log in as my Rama, I should have all those files. And even for my wallpaper also mostly. Okay. If it is working, there should be some settings should be changed. So it is line this computer where you use these two steps. It would be good if we can have give a second. Give me a second. So what happened is this got deployed, and if I enter my someone with login as Rama. Okay, yeah. I show my all file list. Oh, but desktop background. No, I got him in desktop background, right? So I got all my files back. Okay, just mode as I said, in my previous class. Oh, let's see what is in my. Oh, I have a folder, right? So doesn't feel anything, right?
Yeah.
Got it?
Mm.
And okay, let's log. And in this once administrator also logged in. So let's log off. Login as administrator. Admin STRGO super secret password. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, I should have here also files. Yeah, I have it, and I should have a Google.com as a favorite, right? Yeah, I have it, right? Think that think in a real world. Okay, what happens? This machine got formatted. This entire hard disk got formatted, and read back all those files to the original settings, right?
Yeah.
So, which is good, right?
Yes.
So we have the user state migration with both state migration point. This is the intent to migrate based on USMT. Okay, that means happened is few disadvantages we should talk now. Okay.
Okay.
What happened is in this is your SMB server. Okay.
Okay.
So there are two things I want to explain. One is if getting 100 minutes at once, I may enough. For example, in this machine, it does the 600 MB, right? the size of my MIG
Yeah.
file. Okay, so if you take it to CMP also, it may not be big, but user has 1 GB or 10 GB, something like that. The 10 GB is not will not allow them, but 1 GB we try to limit the user data, force them to um, or set in the 1 GB or something like that. Okay, but still so this space consent, yes, no, at the time. And if you think a further level, actually this machine trying to access this SMT server and file shared, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and also trying to copy also. So one is it is trying to copy. For this, if you think that it is taking 2 minutes example of the small, but think that in the over network or the network of GB 10 GB file, you definitely need to have at least 10 to 15 minutes time, right? Yes, no. To
Yeah.
copy the network, this is raw file copy, right? So 10 to 15 minutes, you're wasting the time. Okay, the second concern. Time to second. First concern is space. Second concern is the time. So remember, in CS, okay, when it is trying to restore the copy, what happens? It takes some time, okay, which is uh, equivalent your data size and the network availability, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the concern, okay, which may take some time. And the other biggest concern is the space. So your money, you have to put money on your space. Time, you can have effort, but space related, you have more and more space. So what I'm going to do is how we can test this. Okay, this is the next session, which is we're going to be covered now. Okay, as part of as part of operating system deployment with state migration point or USMT. Okay,
Okay.
now what I'll do is okay, I go here, okay, read my current sequence. Let's copy. So what copy is USMT enabled one. Okay, just renaming. Ah, okay, link. Okay, we must be in link. So link based deployment. I actually know this. Okay, so now again creating, I can choose copy. That means it will duplicate. Okay, so
Okay.
if you look, what's happening is here is sharing assembly stuff. Okay, stuff that okay use as that means it will not to your assembly server. Okay, if I use this checkbox, as I now come back to this checkboxes right in my previous simply explanation, which happens this step is to look at right.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is for the state. So once
Yeah.
this right, so this
Yes.
C drive. So what is in C drive? Wherever the data is there, okay, that format file gets formatted. All the data. That means okay. I'll put explanation. If this is hard disk, okay, third cap aside here, okay, the files will be in the location only, okay, remaining space is formatted, okay, and then can be done already. That means the files not formatted, right? Here it's not formatted, the file is there, okay.
Okay.
In the formatted place, okay, here the new uh, in this place, operating system gets deployed, this right, and these follows. These steps will be deployed. After the restoration, again I will choose for link. So what happens is these will be linked. For example, it is even IMP folder. So what will happen is in the CMP, it just maps as a link. That formatting, you're not deleting, you're not copying some, so you save a lot of time. You're not depending on SCP server. In situation, you don't need SCP. You need because you're not copying into the SCP server. Everything on the same machine.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is here, right? So this is everything
Yeah.
from US.2 and here. Okay. So in 2012, it is definitely it's covered. Okay. So I use this and I go to the restoration and it checks for the local automatically and it gets deployed. So what happens is I run this task sequence again on those machines. Okay. And all the available clients Galaxy. Oh. So uh, I'll delete this while putting create. Okay. Then I'll explain to you. Okay. We're going to use the same mission, so I don't want you to keep this folder. Okay. Delete that. Now to the task sequence. Yes. If I'm correct, yes. I have to refresh the mission policy. Uh, open. Wait a second. Advertisement. Quick. So uh, this one is already installed. Escapade. That means previously it has installed Windows 7 USMT access in USMT hardlink. If you click select install, what it is going to do is it is going to deploy, and it does that. This time we logged in the administrator, so we can see that everything comes into the school as was not sequence back is is- these are the packages that so this package is trying to put it this into package, right? So somewhere in the package. Okay, this is used, then everything is automatically cured to the local machine. Okay,
Mm.
fail. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're looking at logs why it has failed. Let me go here. So here, because we have it is I'm not clean properly here. Uh, Here, so let me know remove the role. Okay, I don't want any further roles of my state migration point role. So remove this role, state migration point role. That means it will uninstall everything. It's gone. If you look, it go in it. So okay, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll just delete this. Okay, I want this now. So Uh, okay, delete this. I don't want this, so I have to delete it. So there's no SMT. I think that's the error. Okay, let's see. Okay, and it has what I can give it a retry before that. Ask go delete response because change few things in the server. Fine. Something wrong with it. Not far. Oh, okay. Got it. So what happened is this should not be there because this already there. If I'm correct. Second in error. This is the real time. Take it as real time spirit. All right. It'll be very smooth actually. Uh, capture studying. I should this time check properly. Network path not found. To locate different heroes. Read people know, read bring lists, looking for USMT, user list is empty in my list of users include successfully posted them contact never point capture request. So it's still trying to take the SMT base, the not the USMT. Okay, hardening. Okay, that's the problem. So wait a minute. Have a minute. Hmm. Okay. Also, we can look at log file in the client computer. Books are by default, actually available on serial logs of tiers. Here, scan state. This is the error. So this gives information. No error in migration process recorded. Okay. the right setting. Using. So let's give it a try one more time. Holding. Oh, what happened is, just, I did the recording and I did troubleshoot it. It looks like the problem with the machine, where we have been keep on testing the same machine, these testing. So that was caused the issue, I suspect. So what I done is I picked up another machine from the lab, okay, which is the computer name called SPC. This one, okay. So I have to add this to one of the collection here. Not just to build a folder under OSD zip collection, right? So I have to add this browse test me if I'm correct the machine. What's the machine name? Just PC. Okay, this one. Okay, so the machine should have two machines now. Oh, sorry, because the other machine was already deleted. So should have a deployment as two. One is the link as well as the normal one. Okay, so I'll do that test. So I did copy only few things. Close all of them. This was open in the previous class. Okay, what copied is SCCM logs on my desktop. Okay, and I can see this should be favorite compliance report example. This and then close. So use want these test users to be covered. So just administrator. Okay, this is my desktop. I have copy some documents here. It music files. Yes, something. No, we try to take the thing. Okay, now we could have do it. Mission policy. So the policy will come in a minute. Okay, just a while. So okay, now pull up. Open center should come quickly. Taking time. So opening up. So I have two here. One is a USMT which we have already tested. Now hard link. So just click on select. On install operating system. It may fail or it may succeed. Status. So same error. At night is referencing to the local path. Actually, showing that path is unknown. By we are failing with 005 error. This will locate here as per SCCM. log file. So user state storage unknown error. Okay. Situation transport global. mute. Cancel settings. Motivation failed. Okay, give me a minute. I'll just come back on this.
Okay. Hello.
You there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem, what I suspect is picture is not working just because the files were not enabled properly here in the. Should fix it here to minimize the settings. Uh, Here, saturation file should be properly. So this is what it is doing something wrong.
Okay.
So in this holding, it should normally capture locally. Uh, One line. That's a system roles. USMT. Mm, Now I'll just try as a last try. If this fails, also we can try with the command line options to hard link, and then we can restore it back. Try last try. Failed. This time it's failing to different errors. One machine.
005.
And this is an error. This denied, but why isn't the failed? it will try 3 times and it gets failed. It will wait and then it will fail. So the key is empty. Properly enabled. Which will fail. So related the MP point, service management point. Okay. Distributed further. Going good. Uh, hard link, right? Yeah, this is a hard link one. This step is to do with enabled. Okay. I think so. State was failed. That's fine. Okay. A release was failed. If these are something related to the flag, this is a command. Flag success. These are all access. So what I can do is two changes I can do here. Okay. One is on my. The first thing is, as I said, earlier in one of the question, this has some back to the downloads, so I can apply this at the first level. Okay. To remediate this. Okay. And also function point enhance actually enabled LOS connect. Okay. This should in fact resolve the problems. Expect. Okay. And FSP. FSP. Normal system. That's fine. I can feed this with the now. So I have another mission, right? So I can go here. That any of the mission policy. Then the USMT already tried this time. So it's I should take this continue on error for the release store. Okay, it may not continue because if I'm still using the path, okay, not happen properly. It has to release store. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this time it will suggest, I'm sure. Crash policy. So release state is not happening properly. That everything is okay. So policy. Let's wait for a minute. So check proper states. Go here and check the policy should be distributed. We have done few changes to the task sequence. Must be distributed. So now these providers is updated, but it is not distributed. Yeah, it is distributed now. If you pull the policy, suppose I'll wait another 30 seconds or so. Okay. Let's start. This should, come the visualization and everything. Okay, capture running now. It's downloading. So restarting now. Okay. So that access. It is the and that gets deployed. The system is restarted. Okay. Got it?
Hello.
So what a few changes we have done actually. Okay. Explain those changes. Okay, why it has failed. First thing is on system server. Okay, let's start this machine. On a system server, the changes here, the changes are the related. So I did enable this, which is not recommended, which is not required actually. But if it is failed to authenticate for some reason, okay, to the distribution point, this would take care of that anonymous authentication, which to download the packages. Okay, this is a normal troubleshooting. This is not only for the operating system department. If your packages are failing, okay, for some reason, okay, in that case you would choose the anonymous authentication. Okay, just to the operating system deployment. Other one is what we have done. Other one, that yeah. So what we have done is in the task sequence. So what we have is in the task sequence. Okay, right. So it was doing it. This it was doing randomly for this. So okay. So one is this is one of the bugs. So we did gave the retry intervals option so that it would not fail at random intervals. So this option we have given it. Okay. Apart from that, okay, it was failing at release user state for some reason, or if it is the package is already accessing that file. Okay, in that case, failed. So what I've done is I chosen as release this one as release for the user state. Apart from that, I've not done anything else. Okay, That's what I've troubleshooted, and it is going smooth now. I'm just canceling. You see, it's applying the operating system. And that is we get that success. Okay. So just to explain here, it is quite common that you get operating system deployment errors. It's operating system deployment itself a big project. Okay, so if your company plan to deploy some operating system version, okay, to upgrade, okay, it's a 6 months to 1 year project. Okay, so what we're discussing is compressed format. Since we know these steps are doing like express way. Okay, but in fact it's going to be trial and error for you to test your live environment. Okay, they maximum 3 to 4 times you can test uh, in a given hours or 9 hours time wherever you work. So within that time you should be able to fix the issue. Otherwise, you have to postpone to the next day, where you can spend sleepless nights with the big puzzle. Okay, so that uh, thing. Okay, and I can see if I try. Okay, I should be able to see my file fact. Okay, this may be for you, but okay, somewhere it will store the user data. See backup. Uh, so somewhere in the USMT package, it stores files. Okay, so it will store. Okay, the backup files. On partition one. Once it is done, okay, it will come back as a link. Okay, one slide. It just maps it. Okay.
Okay.
To explain his here, that is moving this NC video, but on a reference machine, we applied, we captured the file in the first step, and then applied this to multiple machines. We got a user, a difficult user, which uh, user has already data and he wanted to deploy. In that case, we used a which stores an SMB server. Okay, and this was already done in the first part of this video. And the second part of this video, what we have done is instead of delaying the time and the capture phase, or could be a data space creation, we use hard link. Okay, hard link option on another machine. Okay, altogether, so where format is part of area, and then once image is applied, it will just link to the original file locations. Okay, that's what we have done this. Okay, so now we have two situations. One is the fresh user, existing user. There is another situation. For example, there's a user, okay, who using old computer. This is very old hardware, and he wants to migrate to new machine altogether. How do you do that? It is a new machine. So what you the new old machine is the user data, right?
Yeah.
It is a new machine. You want to install operating system and then restore the data, right?
Yes.
Task sequence is very simple. Okay, if you can break up uh, this steps. Okay, I'll go ahead here. Here. So what I'm going to do is I will step. This is a normal task sequence, right? So I'll create a new task sequence just to as a custom task sequence. Okay, say sure on option. Okay. Okay. There's no boot image for this. Okay, because you is locked at state. Okay, I'll just open. Sure. On old machine. So what I'll do is I'll just go here. I'll take these steps. Okay, capture steps. I will paste it here. Okay, one second. Here. I'll remove the step. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is since these steps are running. Okay. This is not definitely it should not be hard link. So I have not linked as a hard link. A general machine. So apply. Okay. So now I have a capture one, right? So what I'll do is I'll run this. Okay. To machine. So one second. So what I'll do is here operating collection, okay, double one, okay, old hardware, okay, old hardware. So you're getting point, right? So if I have a machine inside this old hardware, okay, uh, this yeah, this one, okay. So capture would run on the old hardware. This is no machine, that available. Okay, this is done. So capture run and it wrote an SMT server. Okay. Now I create another task sequence. Okay, with okay with this one. Okay, for example, USMT enable. I just copy this, duplicate this. This task sequence, if you close it, okay, if you mm, all to example, if you're doing that, okay, in fact, okay, you can give Windows 7 to 7, something like that. Or old hardware models to new hardware, something like that. Okay, and then simply do changes. Okay, what else is I don't need this because already capture phase is done after OS and then restore. But there should be link between old hardware and new hardware, right? Right? You get it, right? So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is on the old hardware I will be running the capture phase, okay, and on new hardware. What I'm going to do is I'm going to format, install voice, and then restore. There should be a link between old and new. So what I'll do is I'll go to the SSL compliance. Here, you set my migration point, okay, create a computer solution. Old computer, for example, I uh, you know old, okay, and then new hard, okay. I'll just remove the machine with the proper MAC ID with the old one, or I'll just show my old hardware. New hardware you have to import with the MAC ID because it will not be part of your network, okay. But old one should be already there. You can set it. So that it works. So in my case, I can't do that right away uh, because of otherwise I can do it in fact, but it fades in fact. Okay, let me. But there is another task sequence is run. For example, two is there, okay, and then see the resource name, okay, in name computer name set. So okay. So if I click apply, after applying, I would be deleting, okay, for your information because I don't want this to be associated fail and test. Okay, if this is real case, okay, if this is a real case, you would be giving the old computer name here, the new computer destination here. So that what happens is, it automatically deploy. Okay, what you migrate any of the user accounts, you can do it. For example, that specific user setting is this Rama migrated, Rama migrated. That's it. Okay, so Rama used to be migrated as a side by side. If the previous one is in place as a refresh, now just side by side, old to new. Okay, so in this case, I actually key. Okay, that's it. Got it? I'll delete this. Clear? Put almost all the you know all related to the operating system deployment. How we have not talked about uh, talked about what the MDT related. I would be talking tomorrow session. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So end for the session for today. Okay. I'll be closing this. Okay. We'll, we'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anybody
Okay.
has any by the way? Anyone any doubts?
I don't have any doubt, Raj. Actually, I need to see whatever the explanation for this today's class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're uploading to YouTube. A little bit late. Okay. By end of the day.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go through it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for attending
Yeah.
the session. Okay. Can
Yeah.
next session.